In the fourth grade unit of Operations and Algebraic Thinking, your child will continue to build on their knowledge from third grade, but will also apply much of what they learned in the Numbers and Operations in Base 10 chapters this year. The three big ideas in this chapter are factors and multiples, patterns, and problem solving. In multiplicative problems, one number or factor counts how many sets, groups, or parts of equal size are involved. The other factor tells the size of each set or part. The third number is the whole or product and is the total of all the parts. In a multiplicative comparison, the first factor is the multiplier, number of groups, or the number of times the second factor needs to be iterated or repeated to equal the product. There are three types of multiplicative comparisons: unknown products, unknown group size, or unknown number of groups. Let's look at each separately. First, unknown product. This is the one most familiar to your child. A pair of gloves costs $5. How much will I have to pay if I buy 4 pairs of gloves? To solve, we would take 4 times $5, which equals $20. I would have to pay $20. Now let's look at the same problem illustrating unknown group size. If I spent $20 and I bought 4 pairs of gloves, how much did each pair of gloves cost? To solve, we now need to think 4 times something equals 20, or 20 divided by 4 equals something. Our answer then is 5, so each pair of gloves costs $5. Now let's look at the same problem illustrating unknown number of groups. A pair of gloves costs $5. If I spent $20, how many pairs did I purchase? To solve, we now need to think something times 5 equals 20, or 20 divided by 5 equals something. Our answer is 4, so we purchased 4 pairs of gloves. Students will extend their knowledge of multiplication and division to gain an understanding of factors and multiples. They will be able to list factors of a given number in the range of 1 to 100 and also be able to determine if a given number is a multiple of any single-digit number. Let's go over the vocabulary for factors and multiples. For example, the number 20 has the factors of 1 and 20, 2 and 10, 4 and 5. When you multiply two whole numbers to get a given number, then the two whole numbers are factors of the given number. Multiples of 20 would be 20, 40, 60, 80, etc. Multiples are defined as the product of a given whole number and another whole number, and there are multiples of them. As an introduction to algebraic expressions, students will work with both repeating and growing patterns. In fourth grade, the standards do not require students to infer or guess the underlying rule for a pattern, but to generate a pattern from a given rule and identify the features of a given pattern. For example, triangle, square, the terms would be each individual shape used in the pattern. This is called an A-B pattern. One shape is used for each letter in the pattern. Given the rule or pattern of AB, students should be able to create a pattern using that same rule. The third big idea for this chapter is problem solving. Problem solving is a major component of the Operations and Algebraic Thinking standards and of this unit. One of the priorities of math education is that students are able to make sense of problems and work to solve them using the mathematical knowledge that they have. Students need to develop the stamina and desire to problem solve. The three big ideas we covered in this chapter are factors and multiples, problem solving, and patterns.